Evening, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Sound Talk Show. We are going to do random-ish. We're gonna code some Emacs Lisp, some Wolfram Language, fantastic and beautiful, and some red wine. So this is casual today. Today is what? Not Friday, but casual. Okay, so here's some red wine. Today is September 9th, 2025, Tuesday. Okay, so Wolfram language, I've been looking at, because I need to, create Wolfram mode. Do you guys know what's a Wolfram language? Just search for it on xali.info, Wolfram language tutorial, you'll find it. So I've been exploring, but anyway, it's got 7,000 built-in functions, and one of them is this entity thing. These are new about 10 years ago. These entity things, am I alive? Are you guys here? Say hi, okay? If you are watching this offline, play at 1.5 speed. If you are here, say hi. Don't forget, in the year of our Lord, that is true. In the year of our Lord, 2025. Okay, so Wolfram language. Okay, I need to show you guys this, because otherwise you guys don't know what I'm talking about. New people. Because every time you do a video, you have to consider your audience who has been following you and watched many years of videos. But there are new people, they have no idea. So you go to xali.info. This is my website. It's got 8,000 pages, okay, on technology, on programming languages, on mathematics, and you can play Chinese chess. This is written in JavaScript. I mean, I copied the code, it's an open source code. So keywords, so Wolfram language, you go there, Wolfram language, then you go download. You can download it for free, okay? So that's the Wolfram language. It's a programming language for a magnitude beyond any other language, C++, Rust, Haskell, Lisp, beyond, a magnitude beyond. So this is actually a good example showing why it is a magnitude. Like people might say, oh, I love Python. Python has got, it's the language for machine learning. What possibly, there's a Python distro, like packed like 2 gigabytes of all the machine learning mathematics, So people like that, which is normal average people, So what possibly, why do you say Wolfram language is a magnitude beyond? Let me show you today this one, okay? It's got this entity thing. I'm not too, I don't understand too well because it's huge. You cannot understand the entire thing. So wait. So let me let me go to the help. Here's the documentation for the entity thing, okay? So can we magnify this? Okay. So anyway, it's complicated. You wouldn't understand it if you read it, okay? But anyway, it's kind of it's a Wolfram language framework for SQL database, relational database. So I think there are two things about it. One is it's a framework for relational database. So you don't use the SQL language to, select something, table or something. Instead, you use a Wolfram language like that. Okay. So that's one thing. It's a framework or interface to SQL databases. The other part is that Wolfram Research, the company, they have created a massive database of all kind of data. In science, chemistry, physics, for example, molecules. If you study organic chemistry, you need to know, or biology, you need to know a lot molecule data, like a protein. What type of protein are there? How many atoms are in this protein, or whatever, So, and also stars for astrology or cosmology, stars, like data about stars. How many known planets? The stars, what's their size, how far they are, things like that. Astronomy, chemistry, physics, lots of data about physics. For example, quantum computing, the quarks in subatomic particles. Lots of data about that, and basically in any field, and in computing, in algorithms, so all kind of data. And and also geography. You can plot maps. How many like you can ask how many city, like I can actually ask it. So let me try. Okay. Control equal sign. No, control, I want equal sign. Where is it? Okay. So how many cities in USA that has more than, let's say, 10 million people? Okay, you can shift enter to ask the question. So so there it is. You see this entity class thing. So it's actually a relational database kind of thing. Okay. So query entity class city country, United States country, city population greater than 10 million, entity. Wait, does it give you an answer? Entity city country, United States, city population greater. So, okay, so that's not the answer. It just repeats a question. But I think you can get the answer by, I don't know. So I think you need to entity value. Okay, so I think that's what you need to say, entity value. So shift enter. Let's see, entity value, entity properties. Okay, gives the value of the specified property for the given entity. Okay, so but what does entity class do? So I'm not sure exactly how to get the answer. Okay, so that's why I'm looking into. I found this thing fairly complex because it is an interface like the whole SQL language. Anyway, the other thing I'm trying to say is that it has a database of all these things. And here's an example. You can plot Pokemon that weighs from 50 kilograms to 100 kilograms. Okay, so that's the least. Okay, Pokemon. And here's Pokemon under 10 kilograms. Okay, so you got that. So I got curious. I found this from the documentation of the entity thing. Okay, so here is the entity list. Get the list of all the countries. Okay, so oh yeah, so can we do that actually? So let me try to get the value. Okay, so entity value. entity entity value, then I'll put 34. Let's see what you get. No, I want the list. So if you say entity list, do you get the result? Empty. Oh, maybe 10 million. Oh, maybe it's empty. Okay, so let's edit that. More than 1 million people, let's say. No, that's not. Okay, I don't know how to use this. So anyway, so here is Pokemon from under 10 kilograms, and here's Pokemon from 10 kilograms to 20 kilograms. Okay. So that's what I mean. So Wolfram Language, Wolfram Research, they have internal database of lots of things. Like it's like they use that in Wolfram Alpha. So anyway, that's an interesting thing to show you. Okay. So here is another example. Oh, entity value. Okay, so that's what you need to say. Here's an example. You want to know all the sheep breed, whose weight of their fleece, rank all the sheep by the weight of their fleece. So there they are. So the first one is custard sheep, fleece weight 17 pounds. So let's see if you click on that, what you get. Oh, okay. So so let's evaluate it again. Evaluate it. So you got that. So you can ask all sort of questions. So that is what I mean. How Wolfram language is just a magnitude beyond. By the way, here's Pokemon whose weight is 200 kilograms or more, or infinity. So you got this castle thing. Cheers, red wine to soothe my soul. A jet says you save the entity class into a var. Oh, like a poke. Then use entity value and reference the var as a parameter. As the first parameter. That's what I did, right? I mean, that's so okay. So we got someone who knows the who knows Wolfram language. So let's say cities equals to that. Then what you say, use entity value, okay? Yeah, but it doesn't, you see, that doesn't get you. So let's look at the Pokemon example. Entity class. So here is the entity class with these properties, okay? So what do we have here? So we got the entity class, and these are properties, I suppose, okay? Then you say, oh, Jesus, what they're doing. Okay, so, entity value, Pokemon, and, okay, so let's try that. Yeah, but, but then you need to find out what are the properties to use. I don't know. I don't understand. You see, so maybe more than 1 million, that should be reasonable. Let's say more than 100,000 people. Okay, let's see what that get. Okay, so. Okay, then value, entity value, CT. Yeah, it doesn't give you the answer. So anyway, that's about Wolfram language. Okay, that's just something interesting. Now let's switch topic. Let's go to let me show you something. Emacs Lisp now. They are both Lisp family. Okay, something. Let's say cat, let's magnify, okay, cat, dog, and fox, okay. I want to make a list, so just press a key, press, and it becomes a list. Show in browser, wait, press, okay, show in browser. So you see, that's fantastic. Undo, make them a list, do it, show in browser. So that command is, go back to Emacs HTML-lines-to-list. Okay, and you can get that command by, it's on my website. So search for it. So here's a code, and go to the URL. There it is. Fantastic. Grab the code, you'll have it. But I made a change today. I just coded an hour. I made a change so that before. Let me explain what's going on. Okay, I can copy this. So copy the code, open new buffer, paste it here, make XR ELisp mode, so it's syntax correct. Go to the top. Now evaluate it. Okay, now I'm using this code. Now back to here, HTML. Close that. Back to talk show. Undo. Okay, now make a list that works. But however, if you have something, let's say you are close this. I mean there's no blank line, so you do it. It create a list. It turns each line to a list. You see, but that's not good because here then it's a HTML error. Can you see that? Let me show you something more sensible. Okay, make a new section. So cut that, put it here, and delete the date, delete the to do, show in browser. So we got a section. So normally you make a list like that, show in browser. So you got a section of the list items, okay? But sometimes you don't have a new line at the end. So when you do this, make a list, but this is invalid HTML, show in browser. You see, because the section tag, a list element cannot contain the closing tag of the section. Okay, so how do I so you can check if it's valid. So press that calls the command html validate XML buffer. We coded that command live about 2 years ago. Search on YouTube, you'll find it. So it's telling me error of this file, closing tag section at position 643 does not match last open tag li at position 639. So where's position 643? Let's call go to position. Go to what? Where is my command? Go what? God, now I definitely want to find that command. I have a go to position other buffer. Oh, move cursor. Wait, what? Okay, now I definitely want to look at to find out that my command. Okay, so cursor position what? Okay, space that search for go to line, go to char. Okay, that's building. There it is. Yeah, char. Okay, I forgot. Okay, this function needs to be renamed. By the way, we coded this function live maybe a year ago. Open it. So here's a function, and here's a URL. So search for that. XR Talk Show. Oh, XR Talk Show 2025, April 10th. So that's just 3 months ago. Emacs Lisp coding, go to line number, next buffer, okay, and go to position. So anyway, that's a command. So this command, it shouldn't be go to char, it should be go to position. So I need to rename it, I think, okay. So anyway, let's code, so close. So now let's press a key to validate. Okay, so wait, close that. Start fresh. So show in browser, back in Emacs, XR validate XML. So here's the error, position 643. Now XR go to char other buffer. Do it. There it is. So that is the closing tag of section. So that's telling you this is invalid HTML. So undo. Okay. So that's what you need. So you need a space, or you need to select it first, then do it. wait, okay, so if you select it now, yeah. So anyway, that is the old version of the line to list, okay? Now if I go to the new version, okay, so let's go to the new version now. Okay, so HTML. So what is the command name? Let's just search for it. I need to find which one of these HTML file is it in. So just open one of them, then find to search it. There it is, okay? So this is in, yeah, so there it is, okay? So search, there is, okay? So now evaluate the buffer. So now we are using the new version. So you see the new version is dated 2025, September 9th, while the old version is 2025, March, okay? So now we are using a new version. Evaluate it. Now let's go back to the talk show. Close that. Back to the talk show. Close that. Close that. Back to the talk show. Now if you, let's do it again. Okay. Do it. Error. A line cannot start with the closing tag at the bottom. Can you see that? Okay, let's do it again. Do it. Error, a line cannot start with a closing tag. So now if you have a space, I mean a blank line, now it works. Okay. Now let's update. So let's update the code to my website. So when you copy it, it's gonna be the new version. Okay. So now go back to here, close that, go back to here. There it is, the code. So press. It will automatically wait. Wrong type argument, integer or marker. What the fuck? What? XR update code to website. So why can't we do it? Press. Oh God, another error. So God, do it. So turn on enable debug on error. Then press. Let's see what the. Why is this not? Wait, open the file. So show in browser. Did it update? No. Okay. So what questions? So I'm gonna have dinner soon. Fantastic. Dulce says, "Hi, Xa, hope your evening is going well." It is, thank you. God's Son says, "Xa, what are your thoughts on the growing fandom of Arch Linux and Omac?" What? Let's magnify, okay? Let's magnify the chat. One of the Windows problem is that if you want to enlarge the window, of course you can do it by this way, Alt space and then size, okay, Alt space S, then you can kind of do it, then to the left, okay. But otherwise, if you want to use the mouse, you have to move the mouse to this very tiny position. Okay. Now I have hover to activate window on. So if I miss it by a bit, then I went to the other window. So that's very annoying. They should have this, the border should have a larger margin for when for changing the window size. So what's your thoughts on growing fandom of Arch Linux and Omarchy? I don't even know what that is. Okay, Omarchy. Copy that. Okay, but we are in the middle of something, so let's search for Omarchy. Omarchy. Okay, so it seems like an opinionated fuck. today it became a fashion in the past 2 years or so. Whenever you have a software package, they will say an opinionated something. Fuck. As if now it become fashionable when you need to say your package is an opinionated something. Fucking idiot. The Zoomers. Okay, these are the Zoomers. The Zoomers. Okay, so let's open that. So it's Arch Linux plus Hyperland. One of the drama in the Linux, Hyperland. By DHH, is that the guy I'm thinking? The DHH fuckhead, that the guy, the scum. David Hammermeyer something Hansen. Okay, he's a scumbag of humanity. This guy is a cocky and a scum. He's known for creating the Ruby on Rails, and ever since he's like, oh, I'm the king. I'm gonna tell you what to do. Oh, by the way, you need to support women. You need to support the trans, or you need to support whatever safe space. And then Elon Musk took over, and he said, "Oh no, you should not support Black Lives Matters and things like that." The scum, one of the major scum. But unfortunately, a lot of people follow him. Because he's popular a pop star. What a fucking scum. All these are my opinions only, okay? So you cannot sue me. This is my opinion. This fuckhead. Now, exactly what is... Look at him. Look at his picture, He's a fucking cock. Because he wants to show how successful he is. He very rich, of course. He's... Anyway... So this guy, Omarchy, opinionated Arch, he now observe. Now he's following the trend, or did I don't think he started the word, but anyway he used it. Why? Obvious, because that's how when you are when you want to be popular, you want to how to become popular. You want to follow certain ways. So when there is some phrase that's currently in fad, you want to use that because you want to be popular. You want to squeeze all the money, whatever donations or or the fame, which in turn gets you money. You want to squeeze that. Okay, and Hyperland, Omarchy, an opinionated Arch and Hyperland set up by DHH. Okay. Manual, ISO, okay, GitHub, Discord, okay, he's got and merch. That's the American way. Make money or nothing or die. You gotta buy merch, buy some underwear, buy some panties for your girlfriend with an American flag on it. The DHH fuckhead, hoodie and T-shirt. Okay, so. Let's see. Let's go back to the archive. So what? So where is he? Okay. So this is a home page. So you gotta go to the GitHub. I don't care about what the fucking videos you have. Okay. So he's he's starting a new distro or something. Turn a fresh Arch installation into a fully configured, beautiful, and modern web development system based on Hyperland by running a single command. That's the one-line pitch for Omarchy, like it was for Omarchy. Okay, so there's another thing, Omarchy. No need to write bespoke configs for every essential tools. Just to get started or go something complex Linux. Fuck. Omarchy is an opinionated take on what Linux can be at its best. Okay? What a fucking blurb. By the way, technically, this kind of thing is called blurb in the printing press community. Okay? A blurb. Typically, this guy is super rich, so he's creating that. Okay. Is it good? I suppose. I suppose it's at least I know it's quality coding because this guy, he know what he's doing, but he's just like the ESR guy. He's like inject his political opinions into your brain. So your question, what are your thoughts on that? In my opinion, Emacs sounds more feature-rich, but are they not considered the comparative system tools? Cheers. So anyway, I don't know. I haven't been using Linux for 10 years, so I don't know anything about Omarchy. I never used Arch Linux neither. I just know that the Arch Linux is the best technical documentation for Linux. They have Arch Linux? Okay, I forgot. It's been 10 years, so I have like a collection of articles, a tutorial on Linux by command line. Your favorite thing, command line. You must use command line only. GUI is for the stupid. You must command line only. The fuck the Unix and C fuckheads. The brainless, completely brainless. Okay. So so I have my Linux tutorial, and by the way, all my tutorial today is worth shit because you can ask AI to write a tutorial on the fly. Of course, AI grabbed all my tutorials and just refried. Whenever you want to ask AI to code something, the AI bots, Grok or whatever, Gemini or whatever, or the Facebook fuck, they go grab Ksali's information website and they refry the words and they come out tell you why. How do I know? Search. Age of AI, artificial intelligence. Okay, that's the age of AI, and that's the article. Professors on demand. I wrote this like a month ago, a few weeks ago. Okay, resistance to tech progress is futile. Okay, many of the Americans, for some reason, the white Americans, or technically the European Americans, or technically the Brits, the British Americans, and the German. Like they are the real white men, German and Brit, not Irish, not Russian. Russian is the whitest white guy, but no, white men in USA, America, means usually the Brits and the Germanic ancestry. Okay, I learned the hard way. Does not include Irish, does not include Greeks. The Greek, the foundation of Western civilization, does not include the most whitest beautiful girl, the white Russians. That does not include that. Usually it's the Brit and the German people in America. They are making all the noises. And Jesus. And where was I? Where was I? So I was talking about the artificial intelligence, professor on demand, resistant to tech progress. Yeah. So I was saying in America, the white, like a subset, they have their culture, this Brit and German subset of Americans, or they have a culture of resisting technology. When they see Elon Musk, they say, "No, Elon Musk rocket. No, I don't want that. I don't want AI. No, that's AI. I don't want AI. I want the farmland." American white, they have that kind of mentality, resistant to tech, for some reason, and also very tightly associated with Christianity. Okay, so Jesus and no technology, but they love guns though. And they love fucking other people. Like, oh, let's take Mexico. Let's rename Mexico to Mexico, American Gulf of Mexico. Let's take Canada, another white man, but let's take them anyway. Let's take Greenland. Oh yeah, we're doing so good. Let's take China. CCP, fuck evil. Let's communism. Oh, communism. They are against God. Let's take them. Fuck them. These white people. The white people, they got fucked very badly by themselves in the past 10 years in USA. Okay, we are gradually moving towards politics. But anyway, let's go back to non-politics. So I was saying, these white people, they have a tendency to like resisting tech. They don't like tech. They are Luddites. Kind of strange, okay? On one hand, they are aggressive. This in my study of races of past 10 years, which race is the most aggressive? Like they want to do wars. They want to fuck other races. Which race of all races, white, black, or whatever, red skin, yellow, or whatever, is the most aggressive in human history? And my answer is the white people, okay, more technically correctly, the Germanic race, which is from Germany and they moved to England or Anglo-Saxons, whatever. The Brits and German, okay, they are the most aggressive kind of people in their bones, okay. But in USA, in past 10 years, they got fucked, and they fight among each other. They fight among themselves too. So USA became so bad in past 10 years, they they got fucked by themselves, by their own race, like Biden, Hillary Clinton, and so on and on and on. And now Trump. Anyway, let's not talk about politics, okay? And there's another white people, but not German and not British, but they're kind of also white, and are fucking them. Okay, so let's not talk about that. So let's go back to so they have a resistance to tech. I'm not exactly, sure how that arose. Why is that let's just say European culture, they have kind of this resistance to tech progress. I don't know. But you can see it. Am I correct? Are you guys listening? So investing 10 billion into ARM, Dorsey is like trying to defend it. Oh, but Xia, you are wrong. But look, Trump invested 100 billion into chatbots. But you don't get it. Okay, so anyway, so go back to AI. Wait, not this article. Okay, so let's go back to my search. So artificial intelligence index. So I was saying, what was I saying? So we were talking about AI. God, what is the topic that I started to? So you were asking about Arch Linux and Omarchy, and okay, I forgot. I was gonna show something about AI about okay, I don't remember. Okay, so how long have we been talking? We have been talking for 40 minutes. Okay, let's see some other questions, and that will be it for today. Did we finish the Emacs line-to-list? Yeah, no, but because we run into a problem. God. Anyway, let me answer the questions, okay? And that's it. I'll update my code so you guys can grab it with the latest version. The HTML line-to-list, okay? So let's see. So in my opinion, Emacs sounds more feature-rich, but are they not considered the comparative systems tool? What do you mean? Emacs is a text editor, okay? Arch Linux or Omarchy is a Linux distro, so they are different. They are very different. Linux is an operating system, okay, and the Arch Linux and Omarchy is a special, entire distribution packages for the operating system of Linux. So it's like a magnitude more than Emacs. And Emacs is just mostly a text editor. Okay. So what do you mean? I don't understand what your comparison. Next question. Dorsey says, Godson, one is a distribution config and one is a Lisp interpreter. That's correct. Ferguson says, today I read on Reddit that Emacs cannot handle large file. And Vim can. So I downloaded 500 kilobytes XML file and pressed CS some text CO to show occur in Emacs die. Vim works normally. Do you know what it happens? Yes, that was true. That was true. It is no longer true. 500 kilobyte. What are you talking about? 500 kilobytes, like half a megabyte. I thought you were talking about half a gigabyte. No, Emacs today can open 1 gigabyte file, I believe. So 5 years or 10 years ago, it's got a problem. It's correct that Vim can open larger files than Emacs, but that was fixed like 5 or 10 years ago. It must be 10 years ago. And you are only talking about 500 kilobyte. That's like half a megabyte. What are you talking about? That 500 megabyte you can open like 20, 30 years ago. So I don't know what you're talking about. Ferguson. Next, Godson on XAR's website, he has an article about tiling window manager. Yes. Next, that was one of the most popular article on Reddit, on Hacker News. So Ashton says, I'm just assuming it's a tiling window manager based on pictures, okay? So Dorsey says, yeah, he's a farming Zoomers. I forgot where what that refers to. So I think Merck, with your most famous sayings, would be profitable. Hank, thank you. First donation of stream. Hank, my loyal donor. 500,000 lines, 15 megabytes. 15 megabytes, peanuts. You can open it. I can show you, okay? So let's go to keyboard blog. So there's my keyboard blog. There's actually over 1,000 articles on keyboard, on key switch guide, on lots of videos I've done in the past 3, 4, 5 years. Ergonomics keyboard, let's magnify. Okay, so lots of things. Do-it-yourself keyboards, normal keyboards. So typewriters, the history of typewriters, history of mouse, and so on, a trackball, and so on. There's over 1,000 articles. Okay, so you go there, and you want to find a large file. Okay, so let's go to, where are we? So let's go to talk show. So today's talk show. Yeah, so what we want to do, so let's see. Okay, go there. Open this in terminal. Open this directory in terminal. Press, and that command is XAR open in terminal. You can go and search for it and grab the code. Okay. So there we have terminal, and you want to XAR list large files. Do it. XAR list large files. So we list all the large files in this directory. So you can see the largest is like, let's go to the top. Okay, so let's just copy that. Okay, close that, and let's just paste that. Okay, so linkify that typewriter. So you got this large file. So this one is 48. 48. Let's see. megabytes. Okay, so what are you talking about? What's the size you are talking about? You are talking about someone give noise on kitchen. Oh, you can hear it? Nice, good ears. Yes, my wife is cooking dinner for me. Oh yeah. This one is important. I wanted to show you the AI of how Google is grabbing my website. So here. AI is unstoppable. Tech is unstoppable. Okay, get that? Okay, you cannot stop tech because if you don't do tech, someone else will do it, and then they will destroy you. Okay, so this is for the white idiots. Oh, I don't want. We shouldn't do AI. I don't want my life to be that way. I want my life to be like homestead, a farmland, I'm gonna American idiots. Okay, if you don't do tech, someone will take over you. Non-stoppable. Any tech, biology, cloning human, whatever, your Christianity forbid. If you don't do it, someone else, including nukes, nuclear bombs that USA began it. So the way I don't understand what they are thinking. Meanwhile, they are thinking, oh, we're gonna take over China, U.S. military, but they don't. Can you code? No, I don't like code. The tech, the big tech bra. Fuck them. We don't want big tech. Funny. Okay, so let's get back to the point. So the Google store my website. So where's the proof? Where's your receipt? In the past few years, they like to talk about receipt. Okay, so let's see. AI meaning of intelligence after chatbots. Okay, Donald Knuth on ChatGPT. The year of intelligence, 2023. AGI versus sentient AI. The unstoppable tech is unstoppable. ChatGPT on Xali site in Google C4 data set for artificial intelligence training. Google declared, Google, which side you are stealing? List them. Okay. Then the blah, 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 and one of them is xali.info and xali.org. There it is. The websites in Google's C4 dataset. They grab and store. So now my tutorial is like nobody visit, because you can just ask AI. Of course, not just my website, but the entire Reddit, the Stack Overflow died overnight. Stack Overflow, one of the big sites, it died overnight. Okay, so that is what I want to show. Thank you for mentioning that, God's Son. Okay, so I think that's it for today. What else? Are you Chinese? Can't you tell? 我讲中文，轻轻玲珑叮个咚。Do you understand? 你会不会说中文？don't say I don't know who you are, but you don't know stuff because Trump. Yeah, of course Trump is investing AI, but you still, it's a mentality. Okay, it's just like there's this cultural mentality. Okay, oh yeah, so you are talking about 15 kilobytes, so Ferguson, okay? So here's a website, here's a file, that's 48 kilobytes. Let's open it, do it. File Logitech, spin wheel, .mp4 is large, 47 megabytes. Really open it, yes. Okay, so here is a file, that's 48 megabytes, so you can scroll down, it won't stop endless. Okay, so now you go to the directory, that's the file, open the file by itself. Okay, that's the video. That's 48 megabyte, and I just opened it, so there's no problem. So I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, that's a demo of this mouse. I'm using Logitech 502. You can buy it from the link on my website. That's demo of the infinite spin mouse. Okay, that so which file is using this video? So let's close that. Go to Xar keyboard and search for this Logitech MP4 thing. That's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Donate to me, okay? Go to PayPal, go to xarli.info if you like my stuff. And if you are a good man, you think you like my stuff, I showed you information, I taught you stuff, pay me, okay? $20, $10 for coffee, $20 for dinner, $100 if you are a programmer working professionally in some capacity, okay? So here is the links. So open it, close, there it is, Logitech G502 mouse, okay? This review is like 10 years old anyway. So that is the video there. So opening 48 megabyte file, no problem. It might be because XML mode. Yeah, it could be. Stream more than 1 hour and we pay you. Why? Like, because usually 1 hour is like too long. People don't want that. People like short. So I don't know what your question. By the way, I already streamed for, it's it's barely just it's 1 hour right now, okay? But I think that's it. But any other questions, okay? I think we shut down. So anyway, so here is Logitech. Okay, so copy the page, close it, and close this, and go to close the keyboard, actually paste the link. So Logitech mouse, and reopen the keyboard blog page showing browser. Go down, back to Emacs, copy the file path, close it, paste it there, link it, make a list, and here is like a bunch of here is a bunch of huge files deleted that came from this PowerShell, and let's make a screenshot of this PowerShell, and but let's make it small. List large files. By the way, if you want that code, PowerShell, you can get it. Okay, so let's go to PS1, my PowerShell, PS1, my PowerShell profile, and list large files that will be in file util. Open it, search for large. There it is. Now, do I have a URL? There it is. There's a URL. Open it. Show in browser. PowerShell, sort files by size. Okay, so you can grab it and you can thank me. Okay, close that, close that, close that. Talk Show, paste that, link it, make a list, show in browser. So those are the things we talked about, and that's it. What's up? What's up? Sub pop up on my recommended, just stopping by real quick to say hi. Have a nice stream. God bless. God bless. God bless you. So tell me, can Emacs be modern idle for Go, or is it not worth it? Modern IDE for Golang? Yes, of course. You can drop the IDE because the IDE doesn't mean much. Okay, so but anyway, for some programming languages, Emacs is very good at. There are some programming languages Emacs is not, not too good. Okay, so that would be Java. So if you code in Java, Emacs is like, a lot of people would say it's not very good for. But for Python, for any non-compiled programming language, and for Golang, which is a compiled language, but you can also run it as a script. But anyway, so Golang, I would say Emacs is very good. In fact, I have a package for it, which we wrote this live stream, Xago mode. Okay, we wrote this in live stream. So you guys don't know. So because YouTube, I have been doing YouTube for 5 years. So there's a lot of topics we talked about. So if you just go to xali.info, go to Emacs blog, then go to YouTube tutorial, then here is Emacs tutorial, video tutorial, then Emacs workflow efficiency tutorial, Emacs Lisp from ground up tutorial. Each one is 1 hour video. Emacs Lisp writing a major mode tutorial. So one of them is Golang. So there it is, Xa Talk Show 2021, November 27, which is 4 years ago. Emacs Lisp tutorial, writing a Golang mode from scratch. So I coded this Golang mode 4 years ago from scratch. So anyway, so Golang is, so to answer your question, Emacs is very good for Golang. Emacs can filter by size. Yes, you can. Yeah, okay. I don't think you know Emacs, okay? You are a newbie. So, like what kind of question? Well, why do you need PowerShell? Why don't you use Emacs? These stupid questions. Then some people say, oh, but why can't you use some other tools? Why do I have a PowerShell script? Because I want to be a PowerShell script. When I don't have Emacs script installed, that's a proper job for PowerShell, for a shell. Okay, for Bash, you can easily do that for Bash. For PowerShell, it's more complex. But you don't have to. But you can. You don't have to use a script. You can just type it. But it's more things to type. It's a proper job for PowerShell. You can do it in Emacs too. I can write this on the fly in 5 minutes. And I already have like a few hundred commands. Do you know them? Okay, let me show you. Where is the receipt? Where's the proof? Let's go to Xadiet. There it is. Then the list marching lines define. So there are 42 functions. Diet scale image autocrop, to JPEG, to PNG, rotate image, optimize PNG, SVG, optimize PNG, show image metadata, remove all metadata in JPEG files, like where do you live? Like you take a photo and you upload to the internet and you forgot, it shows where you live. And sort open marks to zip file, open in Inkscape, open in GIMP, open in InfraView. You don't even know what InfraView is. You open in Krita, open in MS Paint, open in Notepad, text edit, VS Code, and blah, blah, blah. And unravel directory, file to directory, Python, open Python doc. Okay, so let's call that open Python doc. Do it. There it is. Python 3.12.7 documentation locally, not on the web. Okay, when you are a serious coder, you want documentation locally, so you can easily search it. Okay, then Python list Emacs backup, list empty files. Ignore something. List delete empty directories, delete Emacs backup, delete empty files. So I already got lots of things you don't know. Anyway, that's the life of YouTubing and streaming. That's just the situation. Most people are not really serious. So this is for entertainment. Did you get a laugh out of it? You did? Thank you. Bye, guys. Close. We shut down in 1 minute. Softlight keys, close. So this is today's talk show. Let's remove that show. Okay, so lines to list. So I need to update that this page, so you get the new page. Okay, and then let's combine this. Combine these typewriters. Actually, delete. Well, leave it. Combine the list. Okay, combine. Okay, and actually we don't need the section, remove that, and also merge the list, so you just got a bunch of list. And next, what is this? Untitled, close. Okay, talk show, that's today, and this Python file, and this is writing a Golang mode from scratch. Okay, paste it there so people can see it. And go back here, Emacs video tutorials. Let's put it for marketing purposes, because when people see it, they'll look. If people don't see it, they're too lazy to look for it. Okay, close that. And PowerShell sort file by size. Let's do we already have it? Yes, there. Okay, close that. Bye.